Professor Nalapat, I'll begin with you. Well, the GST reforms has been pending and due since a very, very long time. The Prime Minister has said that there are going to be some transformational reforms in the coming days. There's always been a call to reduce GST on a number of products, and that seems to be on the anvil now. Will that boost the economy? Will that boost spending? And is this also a counter to the kind of treatment India has received at the hands of the United States?
Well, you put the whole issue in a nutshell. The fact of the matter is that I must say that Prime Minister Modi roared like a lion during that speech, 105 minutes. I mean, I think that is the longest speech that he's ever made from the ramparts of Red Fort. And one of the most welcome bits of news from there was this GST reform. You've heard of vote getters. GST I've always regarded as a vote cutter, because quite frankly, some of the rates are a bit onerous, very much onerous in fact. As soon as you cross 20 lakhs, even by 10 rupees, the entire income is then subjected to GST. I mean, there needs to be a progression, that is income above that, rather than the entire income. There are so many other ways in which GST reforms are needed, and it's very, very good of the Prime Minister to do that. May I remind you, Vineet, that when you have an import duty of 15, 20, for even 10% on gold, you have gold smugglers coming in, gold smuggling coming in. But if you lower the rate to around 5%, you will get more revenue and smuggling will stop, which is a huge benefit because it starves the smuggling industry of revenue and that kind of revenue may be misused in various ways, including by funding undesirable activities. So I've always believed that lower rates increase revenue rather than the other way around. And this plan of Prime Minister Modi, I mean, he sketched out the entire what he has done since 2014 and what he's planning to do while he is the Prime Minister. And I think it's a very impressive list. Now, GST reform is one part of it, and I'm sure over the next few years you're going to find major reforms in income tax and as well. So not to mention other regulations which industry may find irksome, including regarding commerce. I mean, Dr. Dua is an expert on that. Dr. Nikore is another very distinguished expert. But I would like to say, I have long believed that lower rates yield more revenue. Maybe in the first year, no, definitely over 2 or 3 years. The problem with budgets, they're always with just 1 year in mind. You have a 1 year time span. Now the point is to take the long view, at least 3 years. If you do that, it's much better for the economy, much more better for the taxpayer, and frankly, it increases tax compliance. There's a lot of evasion of GST going on, I can tell you. A lot of evasion going on. You've got these duplicate bills where there's no GST, and they give you that when you want a bill. And then, the reality is that the GST is evaded. So the lower rates are going to boost GST revenue rather than the other way around. Vineet.